Hey everybody, welcome back to the tower. I hope I can help you today. What we do here is I draw two cards from the Major Arcana deck like this to find out what your overall tower moment is. Alright? Then I look at the bottom of the deck for more information, and then we clarify with this over here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. I hope I can help you again. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get started. Temperance on this side of the tower means kind of you went a little bit overboard on something. Something is out of balance and not in harmony. You might have drank too much. You might have gambled too much. You might have done a little something you shouldn't have too much. I don't know, but something's definitely not right in your world because you have indulged in something you shouldn't have. A little too much. Party too hard over the weekend? I don't know. But that leads to your tower moment, so this could easily just be a hangover video. The High Priestess... Okay, so basically you do something wrong, you suffer the consequences, and it's like, I shouldn't have done that. I knew better. The High Priestess card is the card of our higher selves, our intuition. It's the, I'll never do that again card. It's like, I knew better. I shouldn't have done that, and I knew better. So basically, this is you going a little too far on something and paying the price for it. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil and the Fool card. Now, the Devil card is all about toxicity, vice, recklessness, which is basically the energy of the Temperance card over here. So that would make a whole lot of sense. But then you move into the Fool card, so brand new day. Brand new situation. It's like you wake up, you're miserable, you're tired, you can't handle it, and then you get better, and then it's like, I'm refreshed, I'm not going to do that anymore. Whatever that is. So, yep, you move into a whole new energy. Alright. Now, let's get started. Let's clarify a little bit. Let's see what's got this Temperance all out of whack. 7 of Pentacles. 6 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You were depressed. You were looking back in the past, and you probably drank too much. You invested a little bit too much time in the old, the drinking department, or drugs, or fast food, or whatever. This is very physical. The Queen of Pentacles is here, and the 7 of Pentacles, which means you splurged. You had a splurge day because you were depressed about the past. You were thinking about all the things that you've been through. Must have been a weird surge of energy, which happens. We all go through those some days. We just wake up and everything's just a little bit off, right? Feels just dark and weird, and we just can't escape it. So we do what makes us happy to escape, and sometimes we go overboard. This is overindulgence at its best, and that's going to put you into the tower moment. Yeah, 6 of Wands, you're not going to feel like a winner for sure. And the Queen of Wands, you are definitely going to be out of it in this tower moment. It's going to be rough. It's not even really a learning experience because you knew what was coming. You knew what would happen if you did this. You said, this is one of those, oh, I'll pay for this in the morning moments. And you do. You will. And it's going to make you feel worse than you probably felt in a long time. And then you're going to not understand, you're going to be kicking yourself like, why did I do that? Past me, you're so stupid. Why'd you do that? High Priestess. King of Wands. Yep. You're definitely going to think you can do better from now on out, here on out. You're like, I'm never going to do that again. 3 of Pentacles. Yep. You got to do a lot of apologizing. Because when you go through this, you affect everybody around you. Okay? I mean, if you get drunk and you're in public, everybody around you has to put up with you. If you eat too much and you feel sick and you complain a lot, everybody has to put up with that. You get the idea. So you're going to have to apologize to everybody. And the King of Swords. 2 kings. Nice. You're going to You're going to feel a new resolve after this. You're going to kind of feel like, I'm never doing that again. I can't do that again. It's bad for me. It makes me sick. I don't want to do this ever again. Will you? Doubt it. But this is the I'm never going to drink again reading. This is the I'm never going to do X thing again reading, because that just wrecked me and I'm never going to do that again. All right. You're off to a new start and celebration because you're done. 4 Wands. You're just going to think, I'm going to be happier without this stuff from now on. This devil doesn't have any hold of me. This is you going from the worst possible version of you to the best. But I feel like you've been here before. I feel like you've done this a couple times. I feel like you've been at rock bottom before. And you said, I'm never going to do that again. And then next week you're doing it again. Right? Right? Be honest with me. I'm never going to drink again. And then, sure enough, next week comes along and, this is a pattern probably for a lot of you. And you keep thinking you want to start. That could be why the Fool and the Devil here is here too. You think it's going to change. You think it's going to be new, but the devil is tricking you, and it's just going to be a pattern. It's going to be a false start. I always like to try to read the most positive versions of things, but reading the whole reading as it is, this would make a whole lot more sense that it's, false start. You think it's going to be new, but you just keep going back to the devil. I would recommend that this be the last time you go too far, you indulge too much, overindulgence has its price, and you're just going to keep paying it until eventually the price is too high and you don't get to come back. You either hurt somebody or yourself. Those are the only two options that this path has. I know you don't like this reading. A lot of you probably don't. A lot of you are probably thinking, if this resonates, say, I can quit anytime I want to. Addiction sucks. Find help. And, do the best you can to get out of this pattern. You have to quit. Because this tower moment, you're going to hurt everybody around you. There's not one person around you who's not going to be disappointed or hurt or sad or just broken. People are relying on you, and you fall into this dark pit, and you said you made promises that you couldn't keep. You know the story. You've been there before. Don't do this to them again. All right? Put the bottle down. Put the drugs down. Put the gambling, put the lottery tickets down. Be strong, okay? Don't give in to this devil. No matter how much you want to. Because it doesn't end well for anybody. And eventually this ending reading, how you pull yourself out of it and apologize, it's not going to be there anymore. You're going to go too far, and apologies aren't going to work. Things aren't going to just be able to be smoothed over and move on. Eventually something bad is going to stick, and there's not going to be a way to fix it. So that's where you're heading. If you give into this energy. If you give into the devil. That's where you're heading. So don't do that. This is a warning reading, I guess. Don't hit this tower. Don't pick up the bottle. Just say no to the drugs, the alcohol, to the vices, whatever you do and you overindulge in that makes you not you anymore. Turn into someone else. We don't want that. I'd like to see you back here under watching more videos when you need help. And maybe this video will help you. Maybe it'll help somebody else that you know. But restraint. self-control, resistance. Don't overindulge in whatever makes you happy, because it's not going to make anybody else happy. And like I said, eventually there's no coming back from that. All right, I'm going to show you the cards, and that'll be it for the day. Here we go. If you made it this far, thanks for watching. And I know it wasn't a very happy reading, but sour moments usually aren't. This is your sign, your energy, your clue, your universal signal light to not overindulge. So, good luck. Have a good one. Think about hitting the old subscribe button. I upload every day. I try to anyway. And yeah, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.